Love your Instagram account.
Thank you.
It cracks me up. It is so good for a good smile or a good laugh of the day.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's hilarious. There's always something just hilarious on there too. Like, yeah, I was just laughing last night at your last post, and it bums me out that you don't have that many followers.
Well, it was pretty much just a Monique for me personally, and then I
Mm-hmm.
just kind of incorporated some Mom on a Mission post.
Yeah,
So you just got a combination of the two personalities together.
you're funny.
Thank you.
You're really funny. All right. Tell me about Mom on a Mission. I know a little bit about it, but it'd probably be, you can probably explain it a lot easier than I can. You're the
we
professional.
we were established in 2014,
So that's only
5 years.
5 years ago.
Yes. We advocate for the families of homicide victims. We bring awareness to the different unsolved homicides in the city. We help families with funeral arrangements and services, helping them lay their loved ones to rest. We make donations directly to the funeral homes. We will also help do fundraisers to help with additional funds.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the community helping the homeless with blessing bags. And in those blessing bags, we just have different toiletries and different products to help people throughout the day with some different snacks.
I've seen that.
And we also provide our Unsolved Homicides flyer in there. You know, if you're on the streets, you might have some information. And, you know, if you're homeless, you could use some reward money.
I was just gonna say, what a good campaign. Get the homeless out there.
Yes, help them out as well.
Give them a little something. Then also, who better to know that's,
Mm-hmm.
you imagine someone that's gonna commit an atrocity like, murder,
Right.
that they're gonna be some seedy people.
Mm-hmm.
And the homeless people, I'm not saying they're seedy, but they're in seedy situations
Right.
around, they're around some seedy people. So what a good little.
Yeah, their ears are to the ground. They in the streets. They should know some things and hear some things.
Exactly. Do people take them seriously? Homeless people? Like the cops and people, if they come with information, are they taken just as serious as.
I would hope so.
Right.
I would hope so. But I personally, I don't know.
Yeah, of course not. I
Mm.
don't. Maybe just.
And we also have a group support group, a monthly grief group support group. Yes, on the third Monday of the month, so families can come out and speak on things, issues, concerns, and have a village of people that knows what they've been through and be able to talk about it.
Yeah, this was gonna be. Yeah, I started doing a little bit of research.
Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, I first heard about you 7 months ago or something like that. I donated through a band, had an album out,
Mm-hmm.
and then that money went to you,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I first heard about you. And then I think I started following you on Instagram then, and laughs ensued ever since then. So you've been giving me all kinds of good material. Um, yeah, and I'm really glad you came on because I did want to talk about and get more information on this.
Okay.
Um, why did you how did this get started? This whole the whole Mama on a Mission. Like, I mean, you're obviously doing a lot of good things,
Mm-hmm.
but what kind of spurred, nobody just starts something like this, right?
Correct. My son, Alonzo Thomas IV,
Mm-hmm.
he is a homicide victim. His homicide occurred April 5th, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the birth of Mom on a Mission.
It's only 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. That's what we've been around 5 years.
Wow, you started it immediately.
Immediately. His homicide occurred in April. I became incorporated in September.
Wow.
I got my 501c3, I believe, in March 2015.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was. I'm a mom on a mission. That's the true. That's a true name to the
Right.
organization.
Does it get any easier at all?
It does.
Does it?
It does. I mean, it's not
Other than time,
right. It's
how,
not. It's
how?
not. It's not the best circumstance at all, but it does get easier. I mean, you know, being able to voice my concerns and speak on it and be out in the community. I'm still a mother who still grieves. So I
Right.
still go through things that every other family goes through. I'm just in a position to where I decided to move forward with things instead of just being stuck and stopped and just, and wallow in it.
Right. Yeah, just turn the ultimate negative into an ultimate positive.
Yes, yes.
Um, so what's some of the biggest help that you guys are providing right now? Like the financial aspects of funeral costs. Is that seems to me I've never lost anybody super close to me yet. Like
Right.
I've been fortunate enough
Right.
in that regard. So I wouldn't even know where to begin if something like that happened. Like,
Right. I mean, because taking care of a funeral and planning a funeral, that's hard work. It's a business. It's actually a business. People sometimes actually, it's really a business. I mean, funeral homes, it's a business, it's a service.
right.
So there's some people who don't have the family there to help them with that through their journey, to help get the obituaries, to help find a funeral home, to help find a
I
church.
wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm almost 40 years old and I'm an adult by age. But if it comes to actual adulting,
Right.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm calling my mom. Mom, what do I do? Help.
Right.
So, like, where do people even begin with stuff like that?
Right. I mean, that's why we're here.
Right.
That's why we're here, because when I lost my son, I had a cousin who was there for me during my journey. Who it was a male. He took me shopping. He dressed me. He found my clothes. He picked out my shoes.
Yeah.
So he did a lot of things for me that I'm like, I couldn't have done by myself.
Right.
There's no way that I could have actually did some of these things by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if I'm going through it, there's other people like that, like me.
Right.
So there are people who need those services and need those things. You know, I wrote my own I typed up my own obituary for my son. I had pictures and put the pictures together for the slideshow. Some families probably wouldn't be able to do those things. So being able to do that for someone, who's going through grief, who don't have the family to do it for them, we'll help you out. We'll be there for you.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. It's super deep. I don't know, death is just,
Right. Something that everyone has to go through. I even discussed writing my own obituary so my family wouldn't have to go through it for themselves.
Oh, writing your own for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you want it to sound as best as
Right.
possibly
Make sure I got the
could.
cute picture there. Make sure it's already right.
Ah,
I mean, don't mean they're going to actually follow through and do what I, keep it. But, at least they have a good foundation.
they all like you, right? You don't have any family that's somewhat against you that could get their hands in, like, let's...
Nah.
All right, so nothing to
At least
worry
they won't
about.
tell me that.
Yeah, right. So where do you live now? Is it in the same area?
Same area.
Where is that area?
It's in Midtown, South Kansas City.
Okay, I lived in Midtown for a little bit. I liked it down there.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something going on. There's always
something.
There's always something going on.
Yes.
I mean, you can always be entertained.
True. It is true.
People know what I mean. I've seen car chases down there. People wrecking into poles and then staggering out, getting chased and tackled by the cops.
I mean, you can hear good sirens or maybe some sounds.
You get used to it.
You do.
I was living down there, and of course, it's sirens all the time, day or night. You just learn how to sleep through them. And I moved to Michigan for a couple years, and this was like a small little podunk town,
Mm-hmm.
and it was quiet. I had a hard time falling asleep. Like it's like you get a sound machine to get some noise just to get used to, because you get used to.
Right.
It's so weird. You wouldn't think that like just silence would be hard to sleep in, but it's
True.
so weird. Okay, so say something happens, how do they get a hold of you? Like, if a homicide happens, how does that mom or family get in contact with you to get help? Like, how do they even know where to begin with that? Is that what part of your mission?
Yes.
Is getting it out there so people know, hey, come
Yes.
to me if something happens?
Yes. We strictly by referrals. I mean, we're on social media.
Mm-hmm.
There's different news outlets that they have conversations with me, so you may have heard me on the news to know about me and my organization.
I've seen you on the news.
We have a website, that's mommaonamissioninc.org, and we're actually in the process of revamping the whole website, and I'm kind of excited about that.
Nice.
So yes, I mean, some families are kind of upset because when you're hurting and you're grieving, you're kind of just angry in general. So like, no one helped me, no one was there for me. So families need to understand that we don't know about every incident that happens in the city.
Okay.
But we're there for you when we do know about you, when we do have your contact information.
Mm-hmm.
The police don't contact us to let us know.
Right.
There's different other services that may refer you to us. So it's really up to the families to contact us to let us know that you're in need of our services.
What's the best way that you're like? What's your best way of getting money, donations for this? Like, is it
Fundraisers.
fundraisers?
All we do is fundraisers. We have no funding, no
Like, there's
grant
no
writers.
donations. Like, can people donate?
They
Like,
can
is there,
donate, yes.
is that?
We have
Do you
cash.
get that kind of? Is donations? Is that like? Do
People
you?
really donate mainly when I have a fundraiser, but just on general from my day to day, it's rarely that someone says, "I hear you and I see you. Can we offer you or give you some money?" No, they don't.
Huh.
I wish they would. That would be lovely.
You want? Yeah.
I mean, we need funding, a grant writer, something to where we have steady money coming in, to where it could possibly help me to where I can be in the community on a regular basis instead of actually working a real 9 to 5 job.
Or you do all this
Yes.
as well as a 9 to
Yes.
5.
I have to pay my bills and live as well. So
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So all the donations that come to Mom on a Mission go strictly to Mom on a Mission in the community. It does not fund me, or I
Right.
don't get anything from it.
Okay.
So yes.
How many people have you helped out since the beginning of the official beginning of this? Like,
Oh, it's different.
many,
It's
yeah.
different entities of it, so I really can't say, but I do know. Oh, I just tallied up the dollar amount from 2015 to 2018. It was about 30. I know it was like 30,000. 30,000. No, not 30,000. That sounds like it's a lot. But it was a nice dollar amount.
Nice.
I don't want to misquote me, because someone's going to come back and tell me that no,
let's just say a rough estimate.
Well, I know this was like 2015 is when I helped my first family. So it's like 10,005. So it's like maybe $25,000 maybe within a 3-year span.
So immediately you started helping your first family.
Yep.
Does that, sure, that must kind of also help with kind of the grieving process, I would imagine.
It did. It
Right.
did. I mean, because I was originally just trying to help unsolved homicides, because that's what my heart was, because my son's homicide is unsolved.
Still today.
Till today, yes. So me being out in the community, letting people know about my son's unsolved homicide, I had another mom who reached out to me, like, I want you to help me with mine as well. So I had added his name to the flyer. The flyer used to be just my son, then my son and another young man.
Mm-hmm.
And it just grew to where it's a good
It's too big.
couple dozen faces right now.
That's too big.
So yes, and then with my very first family, they needed help financially. So that was an aspect I'm like, I didn't think about people needing that financial help. So I'm
Right.
like, okay, we have the money, so we can help you with that service as well. I helped her write the obituary, email it over to the funeral home so they can format it in their format. So it was just kind of a process.
Right.
This is not something that I planned for my life.
Yeah, right.
So it's a journey to where it kind of just developed over the years and just grew
Is it,
out just from the needs of the community.
and it's a passion too, like, has it turned into a passion? Like,
It
you
is.
just,
It is. It's something it's a hard pill to swallow, to know that your son's death and his homicide has birthed a bigger picture, a bigger mission for the community.
yeah. Yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that.
It's a lot to take in
It
sometimes.
is.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, okay, I was doing a little bit more research just this morning.
Okay.
And you have a video on there, maybe it's like 36 seconds long or something like that. 39 seconds. I don't know. It's just a video of almost like a slideshow of you and Alonzo just mashed up together.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? It's on YouTube.
Okay, I think so. It's like a song in the background.
Yeah, there's a
Yes.
song in the background.
Yes.
Yeah, I started watching that. I was like, I couldn't even finish it. I was like, I can't do this. I don't feel like crying right now.
Yes.
And it's crazy. It was only 5 years ago. I have a 5-year-old son. Like, I can't even think about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't even like see that stuff in the news.
Right.
Stuff with kids, and think you're not supposed to.
Right. And then also with the kids and insurance, knowing that, just because they're babies don't mean they can't be insured. People don't want to talk about death.
Right.
People don't want to talk about life insurance, because life insurance means you're going to die eventually. But when the time comes and happens, you need to be prepared for it.
It's expensive.
Yes.
What do you do if you can't afford it?
You call Mom on a Mission and we help.
But even before that, I mean, like, what if I don't know about Mom on a Mission?
Right.
What do I, like?
There's people out
How
there.
do you do it? Like, if you can't afford a funeral, what do you do?
Some funeral homes are willing to work with you. There's crimes victims compensation that will reimburse you up to about $5,000 for the cost of the funeral, but that's still a process. Some funeral homes may wait on that money, but then some are so in debt because they're still waiting for other crimes victims compensation funds. Right, it is a business. So it's just a process. I mean, you have families who's raising funds on their own. They're selling their dinners, they're getting T-shirts, they're doing different things. Or you also have cremation, which is the cheapest way possible.
Yeah. When did this whole business start? What? Yeah, like business of like, humans been around for a long time.
Right.
Surely when people just died, at first we probably just left them to the animals.
Well, just dug a hole. You think? Just dug a hole.
And then we started digging a hole.
Right.
And then.
But as we. And
then we start progressing, and then all of a sudden there's churches and stuff.
It's our loved ones. We want to put them in peace, and you also need to know that when you get a casket, you don't have to have the biggest, best casket. There's I think in Independence somewhere there's a casket warehouse.
Huh.
I heard that you can also get caskets from like Sam's Club and Walmart. So there's different. You don't have to get your casket from a funeral home. There's you can think outside the box to get some things done.
You can make your own.
You probably could.
That'd be kind of cool. You like that idea over there? Making your own, getting handy with yourself.
No? Yeah. I mean, I guess if you have some crafty person, this really pretty much is a fancy box.
It is.
Yeah.
You know what? I am dead serious. I had a dead ass serious talk with my parents just last summer about what I want if I, die, whatever.
You do need to have that conversation.
I did, and I was dead serious. I don't think they're on board, but I looked at them dead in the eye. I said, I do not care if you have to break the law. You are doing this for me, and I want a Viking funeral. A Viking funeral is you put me on a boat, and it's like a rowboat.
Okay.
Fill it up with tinder, all kinds of wood and leaves, whatever. So it's, tinder. Put me on that. Kick me out to sea. Let me float out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone has a bow and arrow, and they light the arrow on fire.
What movie this come from? This sounds like a movie.
No, this is how the Vikings used to do it. And then someone fires the flaming arrow at the boat. It lights on fire, and then your body just burns on the boat, and then eventually sinks into the ocean.
Okay.
That's what I want. It's pretty cheap. Probably cheaper than a regular funeral. You got to duck and dodge the police for a hot minute, but who's checking? You do it quick enough. I'm not going to stink. You guys,
Right. Are you polluting the water? Is that any water pollution we need to worry about?
No, it's all natural stuff.
Okay.
Except for the boat. But that's wood. That's going to decompose. Okay. Yeah. No trash. I'm not going to be embalmed or anything.
Okay.
The fish will pick what doesn't get burned. Circle of life.
You think they're going to go through with it for you?
No. No, I need to get some really unscrupulous friends. And just befriend some people like that and just let them know.
That's true. But you do need to have those people in your corner.
I do need to have those people in my corner. The problem is when you get those people in your corner, you're always worried about them in the corner.
I mean, because my family, we have open conversations about our funerals and what we want and planning and who's in charge of what.
Yeah?
Yes.
I guess you would, especially after an event like that.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I planned, after my son passed away, I got a plot for me and my mother. I told her about it after I did it, or when I was doing it, that we're going to be close to my son.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if she wants to be that close to us, but she's right there next to us.
Right.
So yes.
How many... Have you had any unsolved homicides pictures that you've gotten to take off the list?
Yes.
It's gotten solved?
I've got to remove at least 2 faces.
Nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Did this help? Did the word help out there? Had anything to do with any of your guys?
I would like to say that, we had a little part in it. But,
yeah, nice. Heck yeah.
Even if we didn't, I'm going to give us a little credit for it.
Take that credit.
Yes.
You're working hard for it.
Yes.
I mean, it's out in the community. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't.
Right.
So do you have a party when that happens? All right.
No.
How does... this is just a list that just you started since you started.
And those are just the families that I work with.
What's the Kansas City, what's the unsolved homicide in the like yearly average? Unsolved.
It's supposed to be they're supposed to be clearing it rather well, from my understanding. I don't really keep up with their statistics because I know 2014, when my son homicide occurred, that was supposed to be like the lowest homicide rate in the city for so many years. It didn't matter to me.
I was going to say, yeah.
My son was a victim that year, so your statistics don't matter to me.
Don't mean nothing to me.
Mean nothing to me.
What's the best way to... It's just such a tough subject, you know. It's a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm. It is.
You know, there's the no snitch culture.
Correct, but you're a witness. You're not a snitch. If you see something, say something.
For sure.
Right.
But you know, that's not how it necessarily goes down.
It's a stigma. It's a stigma. It's a stigma in the community.
What's the best way to? I mean, is that stigma getting lowered at all? Like, is it?
I mean, would you want someone to be able to walk around the community and continue killing people? That's my logic on it.
Right.
Nobody. Or would you want to get them off the streets?
Yeah. I mean, it's common sense for sure.
Right.
Well, common sense ain't always running the world. You know what I mean?
True.
And so, like, I don't know. I'd like to see that stigma, as most people would at least secretly admit to themselves that they want that gone.
Right.
That culture gone.
I actually read something in the news here recently is that some people have spoken up and didn't even worry about the reward money. So, you know, there are some good people in the system.
Oh, for sure.
The system does work for some.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get it to work for a lot of others as well.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's just sad that it is that there are so many unsolved, because you know people know. I mean, it's a city. Right. It's a city. There's a camera everywhere. Everyone there's people everywhere. You're not going to find no witnesses anywhere.
Right. And we had a town hall meeting just last week, Wednesday, Thursday, at St. James Church with Fox 4. And one of the officers there, he was like, you know, we all know who did it. The police knows who did it. We just need for the public and the community to come and speak up. If they don't speak up, we can't go to court. We can't file charges just because we need the evidence. We need to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So we need your help.
What did they say that about? A lot of the homicides?
Mm-hmm.
They know, but they can't do it because they know, but they can't prove it.
Right. They have to be able to prove it. And be able to prove it, we need the community's help.
How do you do that? How can they say...
They
say, hey, I know this person knows, but they won't tell me?
Pretty much. I mean, if everyone knows who did it, but you won't come forward, you won't go to court, you won't, speak about it and go through the process. You have to go through the process in order to get the crime solved.
You gotta feel pretty guilty if you know something and you don't do anything about it.
You should.
I think that might be an angle to go at people with. Like, the guilt that would rid you for the rest of your life. If you're, I don't know, 21 and your homeboy, or not even a homeboy, but some dude down the block did something, killed somebody that you saw, but you're afraid. That's got to stick with you for a really long time. And to be 21, you can probably shake that off for a little bit. Be all tough guy, macho. I can.
Right. But he's not okay. He's not going to be
okay. He's not
okay.
okay. He's gonna. That's guilt of knowing. I mean, you didn't pull the trigger, but you had a part of it.
Right.
You were holding the gun.
And that's one of the reasons why I have the flyer, to keep the faces out there. You know, at some point they're gonna quit. Like, why does Alonzo's mom she just shows up everywhere? You know, she won't sit down, and I'm not going to. I have no intentions on slowing down or stopping.
Yeah.
Until we get some answers.
Wow, golly, it's a beautiful thing you're doing.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
What's up with the blue? Is it because you're a Royals fan, or
it's my son's favorite color?
Okay.
So therefore, we made it an organization's color. Therefore, it's now Momma on a Mission Blue.
Do you sell stuff that people can buy?
Online, we may have a book. I was a contributor to a book, a Grief Diaries book that we have online.
What's a Grief Diaries book?
It's about 20 other different families speaking and telling their stories. about their journey on their loved ones being murdered or missing.
Ugh.
So yes. There's also, like you said, the music
Mm-hmm.
for Katrinka.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you can also Amazon, if you use go through our website, and you can shop on Amazon through our link. We'll get a portion of the proceeds.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Yes, I'm just trying to get the word out to
Okay,
people.
explain that to people. How can people? I'm a mailman, and let me tell you something.
Amazon is
Amazon. I hate Amazon so much, but at least they can do some good right here. And if
Right.
these people,
Actually, on the flyer, on the paper that I gave you,
Uh-huh.
there's a link to our Amazon, our link,
oh nice, I'm gonna post that.
other flyer.
Well, this one on the back.
Yes, on the
Oh,
back.
there
Yes.
it is.
If you use our link when you're going shopping, we get a portion of the proceeds, and then Amazon will cut us a check every quarter.
I'm gonna post this
Please do.
everywhere I can. Like when I post this episode, I'll put the link on here.
Okay.
And people, right now, when you're listening, take a minute right now. Go to the show notes, click that little button, and all you Amazon maniac shoppers out there, most of you are addicted. I see you guys ordering all this
Right.
shit. Help some people out. Don't just order. I mean, it's
Right.
not going to cost you nothing. You go through this link, and you get a little piece of that.
Yes. That's all.
People, do that for me, please.
Please.
Give me that. Give her that Neandertalk love.
Yes. I mean, that's a win-win. You're already shopping. It doesn't hurt you.
I know.
You're not doing anything extra. So yes.
All right. And then how else can
Let's
would you
see.
sell? Are you selling these shirts, or is that just a shirt you like?
I do have these shirts. You can buy these for $20.
Boom.
We have Cash App.
Oh yeah, I gotta have that cash.
Yeah. $, the number 4, Momma on a Mission. We have PayPal. So we have different ways to make donations to us. Not really into selling a lot of items. Oh, we do have cups. I forgot we have little cups for $2. Little Momma on a Mission cups. They're blue, of course.
Of course.
So yes, we have a couple of items that we do sell.
I was thinking it'd be cool if you could hook up with some kind of makeup company, and they could sell them.
I'm trying to get someone to get me a Momma on a Mission blue lipstick.
Yes.
I'm working on that. Trust me, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I'm not as original as I thought. Sometimes I think I'm just a little bit smart, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I get checked real quick. I'm like, no,
Yes.
nah.
Yes.
Nice.
I would love to have a Momma on a Mission blue, literally named Momma on a Mission. So yes, I've reached out to a couple of people, and there's some conversations happening.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Oh, I had another good question, and I just lost it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. Like I just said. Blue lipstick. I'm trying to get my head back to where I was at. Questions, blue lipstick. Oh, fundraising.
Mhm.
I know. I did see your stuff on Fox 4.
Mm-hmm.
You had a mile walk thing.
Walk a Mile in My Shoes. It's our annual fundraiser. We bring the community to the streets and the streets to the community. We actually walk the streets with flyers, letting people know about the different unsolved homicides